Hi, it is Joan Thomas. I'm in my loft. This is the first day that I've actually put makeup on in probably 6 weeks. And I've not left the house not knowing that I had a potassium problem, which is very dangerous. And on top of that, because I've had a total thyroidectomy, I have to go for blood work. And you could see from the carotid artery, there wasn't much neck left to cut up. We are ascending and going through a transition. There is something coming. Plus, it's March, my polar opposite September. My ears are ringing like crazy. I am wicked lightheaded. I have vertigo, and I can hear them. The louder my ears ring, and I tested it today. Leanne, my PCA, and I went to a doctor visit. I didn't film, but I also didn't hear anything. Nothing in the car, nothing on the way to the doctor. The minute I got out of the car and walked up the front steps of the building, the ears started ringing. And I could hear and see, for which I am ever so grateful. And I pray and I bless and I sage. And I am Catholic, and I'm a practicing Buddhist. I went to Catholic school, Long Island, New York, St. Vincent de Paul. I swear Jesus was in that church. I mean, Jesus is in all of us, if you believe that, or God is, which is love and light. But for me, it was Jesus. And I know, I've been told by psychics, plus I remember, I've had many surgeries, more than I'd like to count, from foot to neck to gallbladder to torn rotator cuff to, I don't even want to tell you what happened here, a jagged bone ripping my bicep. I've broken my ribs several times, Graves' disease. My husband, my ex-husband, saved my life. I don't know how he woke out of a dead sleep or heard me choking 6 rooms over, but when you get a goiter and your thyroid is so farly severely non-active, you can't breathe, you can't speak, you can't swallow. And I was chewing a little tiny piece of burger, and I couldn't breathe. I almost died. He jumped up out of a dead sleep, and on his knees gave me the Heimlich, broke my ribs, but saved my life. We are where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be, and we have to finish the mission that we chose before we got here. Not chosen for us, but that we are meant to do. My mission, I believe, is to impart wisdom. And I've had so much life experience, stuff I would never even say here on YouTube, but I am writing about it. And I have written some of it under Joan Thomas on writerscafe.org. You can look up my first time in Indigo. There's other stuff, but for fear of, I have to use my biological name and use fake names because I don't want to hurt anybody in the process, of course. But I will always tell the truth. Always. People want to hear the truth. They want to know the truth. And then when you tell them, they're angry at you. Well, you know what? It's a chance you got to take, right? I also want to thank the one subscriber who was listed as anonymous. I haven't slept. Well, no, I slept for 4.5 hours. But the more I tried to sleep last night and the night before, after going to bed 9 o'clock every night and waking up at 3 every morning for a week, the more I couldn't sleep. Binaural beats, the love frequency, singing bowls. They're so beautiful to listen to those videos. Oh my God. I was meditating yesterday. I jump all over the place because I have memory impairment from the mini strokes over 100. And if I don't get out what I want to say right now and I don't take notes and write it down, I forget. During chant and prayer and meditation yesterday, my friend Samira's name came up. I said this on a video. And my friend Marianne. And reached out. Well, Samira slept over, and I had 2, not prophecy dreams, not future dreams, because I dream those as well as apocalyptic dreams. Not happy about those. That's been lately. And a presence all in red that came to me the other night as well. Not bad, but I can't remember it. I'm only getting flashes. But in conversation that I have with friends or my PCA, who I adore, Leanne, you all know about her already. I just adore her. She had a psychic say a couple of years ago that a blonde lady was going to come in her life to help her ascend, transform, yada yada. And she always thought it was this friend of ours that we really don't speak with as much anymore because she's love and she's light, but she's narcissistic and she's sad and she's angry. And at some point, you got to let that shit go because you know what? Nobody's guaranteed another day. We could die in our sleep. You can die angry and resentful. Whether you have, I don't have a boyfriend, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, or there's nobody that loves me. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. You want best friends? Be a best friend. You want kindness and love? Be kindness and love. People hurt you and they're evil? Give them even more love. It's their karma if they reject it, and your enlightenment. Remember that. I'm 51. Do you know how long it's taken me to really realize that? And I hear my mother every day. Plus, my mother's the butterfly that you all see. On my video, she shows up 3 minutes, 8 seconds. That's her birthday. She passed away 12/17/81. Those numbers pop up all the time. I talk, I ask questions, and I get a butterfly in every color. One morning I woke up to flying hearts. It was so white flying hearts. Yesterday I get my friend's name in enchanting and meditation. And I also got my mother, because my sisters want me to have a priest, because we are Catholic. I sage, I pray. I don't do spells or anything like that. I just live of love and light in a positive mind, and I try to take everything negative and turn it around. If I didn't do that, I would have been dead a million times ago. Having said that, 7.5 hours, 8 hours on the table for a half-hour surgery, I think they pronounced me dead here. I just know it. And when I was little, I had like 104, 105 fever. They had to put me in a bathtub full of alcohol and ice cubes, and that was like 1969, 1970. I shouldn't have lived through that. The gallbladder attacks, where I thought I was having a heart attack, laying on the floor for 3 days, because the ER that I would go to treat you like a drug abuser, not even give you Tylenol, let you, sit there and die. So 4 months of mini strokes. I went to the hospital 4 times. They said, oh, drug seekers, sent me home with a BP of 200/100. I reported them. And then I went in for my I don't want to say rheumatism, I'm not going to say that word, early onset degenerative osteoarthritis, which I am working on reversing with apple cider, turmeric, chanting, visualization, and diet. And the last thing I got to do is quit smoking. That's the only bet of when my mother in my head told me that yesterday. You want to get better? You want your hands not to... You're doing the apple cider, you're doing the smoothies, no meat, no drugs, quit smoking. So the way that I quit processed food, non-organic food, packaged food, meat, I woke up one day, could put it to my lips. After the surgery, everything smelled like garbage and everything tastes like garbage. Went back to New York, where I'm from, Long Island. Couldn't wait for pizza, couldn't wait for chicken, couldn't wait for the homemade food. Couldn't put any of it in my mouth. The only thing I could eat was yogurt and fruit. And that's how this all started. Down 50 pounds. I am transcending. I am enlightened. My blood pressure must be high, or my house must be full of orbs, but I don't see anything. This is not good. Having said that, I've been kind of vomiting and had a migraine for 3 days. We're going through a shift or something, because my ears ring like crazy, which sometimes aren't the orbs. I am kind of trying to stay grounded while ascending, so I'll go to grab the toothpaste, whack a finger on the sink to the point where I think it's broken, not see the wall that's right. I have walked right into a beam in my bedroom, face first, right in front of me, black eyes. It's really hard being 3D, 4D, 5D. It's a process, and I've been going through, and I have synesthesia too, so I can hear color, numbers, days of the week, shapes, all have colors. Colors have numbers, numbers have colors. And my synesthesia is ever changing, and I thought it was craziness and all in my head until after the strokes. I was sent to neuropsychiatry for memory testing to create a baseline, that God forbid I get Alzheimer's or something from the mini strokes, which the right side gets paralyzed, the mini strokes show up in your left brain. I'm breaking out. I have them both left and right. I'm the anomaly. Also, when I was diagnosed with this, they said I was hypo. Got off Depo-Provera, I went hyper. I was so I lost like 45 pounds in a month. That's not normal, but I gained like 60 pounds in 2 months. I mean, this shit will F you up. If you think I got a thyroid problem, go get some blood work. It's a very easy blood test. It can save your life. A nurse and a doctor told me that this Graves' disease, when you're hyper, is called Graves' disease because every day you live with it, that's 1 foot in the grave. When I finally got to a doctor, on accident, was looking for an allergist on the Blue Cross website, found one around the corner from me. Turned out she was an MD, and told me that I didn't have the night, that my heart was going to explode in my chest. It was February, it was 20 below, I had on shorts, flip-flops, a tank top, and a jacket, and I was soaking wet, sweating, and broken out everywhere. That doctor, and she got me in with the doctor in Long Island, Sherry Sussman. There was a 6-month wait list. And somebody had said, my girlfriends that I worked with for North Shore LAJ said, just make the appointment anyway, go see someone else, and when she gets you in, she gets you in. Had the blood work drawn the next day, this Sherry Sussman, 6-month wait, calls me. Said, we're going to get you in here right now, right now. I guess the numbers are startling. If your TSH is like 12, and my blood work came in and I was at 24. That's thyroid storm. I was bad. Now, mind you, I have had 2 radioactive treatments where they come in with the big suits, like spacemen. They go, oh, I swear to God, they walk like that. And they open up this container. It's like, and the smoke comes out and shit. And they hand it to you. And you're in like this phone booth type thingy. And after you take the pill, I had a new baby at home. I had a little 2-year-old baby. Can't touch a baby for 2 weeks. Can't share a toilet. Can't drink out of the same cup. You have to use plastic utensils. Oh my God, do not hold my baby because I might radiate her. That killed me. But they guarantee you'll have no thyroid function. You'll take Synthroid for the rest of your life. I said, let's do it. Let's kill this shit because it's killing me. They put me on Synthroid. They didn't do blood work. They didn't check. I called the doctor 2 weeks later. I'm like, I'm peeing on myself. I'm pooping at myself. I'm in collections, medical collections. I'm an empath. I can feel everything in everybody. I knew who was lying, who had insurance. I was the #1 insurance collector for North Shore LIJ for 4 years because of being an empath. Insurance, I say, not self-pay, because I can't take money from sick people. If it's like cat food or their prescription, give me a break, really. And that's what this world is coming to, which is why we must rise up and be light and love. I digress. Point being, they put me right on the Synthroid, call the doctor, tell him I'm sick as a dog, and the bitches wouldn't put me through to the doctor. They're like, no, you gotta stay on in 30 days. I'm like, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm peeing on myself. If I eat a Skittle, the saliva that it makes me choke, and you can't give me the Heimlich because there's nothing stuck. Can I tell you how many times at work on a phone call? You're on the phone all day, 200 phone calls. You gotta have candy, something. You get dry. I would literally have nothing in my mouth and choke on my own saliva. So the pill made my thyroid go super hyper. So instead of killing it, it went faster. Nobody checked that. So after of insisting and angry phone calls to this Dr. Schiff, who's a doll, but his girls back in 2002, nasty ass bitches. I don't know, Farmingdale, Long Island. Great doctor, nasty staff. I hope they're not there anymore. Don't go there if they are. Sherry Sussman, Suffolk County, not the 5 towns, the other end, North Shore. Setauket, long wait. She's amazing. I went in, she goes, then finally that nasty girl says, you got to go get some blood work done. We need to see what's going on. Did I know that? I've never been through Graves' disease. So I go. I get a phone call the next day, stop the medication right now. I said, 2 weeks ago you told me I have to take it for 30 days. And I feel like I'm going to die and I'm going to lose my job. And stop it right now. Don't take it. So that's fine. I come off of it. They put me on the anti-thyroid, which makes it slow down. Nobody tells me I have to come off of that. So I never do. And I get a goiter that looks like a freaking thigh, and I'm 180 pounds. And I can't breathe and I can't talk. So they say, well, let's go for another radioactive treatment. I still have a little baby at home. So I go for the other radioactive treatment. Man with the suits, can't touch my baby for 2 weeks. My ex is EMT paramedic. He works in a nursing home. Never see him. I work in Home Depots at night. The dust in Home Depot, I breaking out like this, head to toe, just like this. This is awful. This is. I was itchy, and I had some dead skin. And I thought, oh, winter, dead skin. And now I have this. This is sensitive to the max, and this is why I don't show my face a lot. Plus, I broke all my crowns by eating gobstoppers. See, they're broken. That's $25,000 down the drain. So that's getting replaced as well. And I lost 50 pounds, and I need a haircut. But, transformation, transition, yada, yada, I digress. I had the second radioactive treatment to kill the thyroid, give me Synthroid, let me live like a normal person. Nobody did blood work. Nobody checked. They gave me Synthroid. Same thing happened again. My numbers doubled up. I went faster and faster and faster. So what was supposed to kill the thyroid made me super, super hyper. I said, fuck it, and I went off the meds for 2 years. My eyes came around the corner first. I got 125 pounds, which is pretty much what I am now. But I wasn't dancing, but I thought, I'm fucking hyper and I can't sleep. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to work 12 hours a day. And the doctor said, your heart will explode in your chest. You won't live the night. And they put me in the hospital, and 7.5 hours later, this was done. And I've always been saved by, what do they call it, a thread? By a string? Like, as this much I had left hanging on life. And I have been saved so many times. So I really believe it is my duty to share with you everything I see, everything I feel, and everything I know. I have journals upon journals upon journals. You can't even read them. Half of them I wrote when I was having strokes or when I'm channeling. And then, of course, we have this issue. And I can't. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. And I like to write. I enjoy it. So we're going to reverse this. We're going to figure this out. Anyway, meditation. I get 2 names. The one lady sleeping over, I had dreams about swarms around her, plagues. One friend of hers passed away from cancer. Another one committed suicide. Those were the 2 things that I saw. I knew it. I just didn't know why or what. And my other friend, I've been hearing in my head. I reach out to her. She's been thinking of you all week. And she had to move out of her house, give up her house because the economy sucks and everybody's disabled or sick. There's no jobs. But she's come to a place where, it's easier, it's love, it's light. You don't have to pay, a plumber to come. You don't have to pay $400 for a water heater. Sometimes it's easier to rent. And her kids don't have to give up the cats. They're getting their own apartment. They have 2 babies. It's better for everybody everywhere. So sometimes when things are bad, you wait and see. Hindsight's 20/20, and what we think is the worst thing in the world could be the brightest blessing ever. God knows I've lived through that. So when I got these names, I'm writing them down, and I reach out, and I was validated, and I believe that came from God. And then I heard my mother say also about this one person, Marianne, who's a very, very, very major part of the Catholic Church. My sisters want me to have my loft blessed. And I sage, and I bless, and I pray, and my mother's here. My mother's one badass bitch. My mother's 4'11", fists like a man, and knock you down where you stand. My mother was one tough. From the hills of Pennsylvania, Pottsville, relocated to Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And my mother didn't play. She would stand on a chair and beat your ass. Grown men were afraid of her. And every day that I live, I respect her more and more because I don't know how she lived and did what she did with the arthritis and the blood pressure. 3 kids, 5 grandkids. I have 1 child and OCD, and I'm manic and a problem. My mother, and Sunday dinner every day on the table, and church, and was on Social Security, and paid for Catholic school. My mother, in my eyes, was God, as most mothers should be. And now she's here, and she's visiting, and her birthday is Thursday. Jennifer Ferraro, Sacco. Her birthday is Thursday, March 8th. She reached out to me yesterday during meditation, had me contact Marianne because she knew Marianne would know a priest from the church, because we're all a big part of that. Well, Marianne's the big part of the church. I'm not. I go to receive Holy Spirit. I can't go to Christmas or Easter Mass. I can't stand Jesus being crucified. I feel his pain. I black out. I vomit. They got to scoop me up out of it. It's always a scene, so I just don't go anymore. I pray at home. Long story short, a deacon will be here Monday. I was saying goodbye to Leanne, my PCA, today, and I banish all negativity and all evil on a daily, well, not on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, or when I feel something in me, or if me and my daughter have a fight, or if there's too much upstairs, just something. I intuitively know when it's up. Let's sage something. Let's clear the energy. Let's pray. Let's chant. So I do that daily, and I always chant the windows, the floors, the bed, the door, the cats, auras, chakras, with the bathtub. I cleanse everything, and I have frankincense and the white sage, protect all of it, right? So I'm saying goodbye to Leanne today, and we have the door ajar, where the cats were running to chase the orbs out the door the other night, and floating right past my door up to the 3rd floor. The birds in my videos, the ones that just look like a flying V or the Vicodin symbol. It was gray, almost black, flying up to the 3rd. I saw it. Leanne goes, "Oh my God, let me shut the door." Do you know, it didn't waver. Like when you see my orbs, they come back, they go up, they go around, they come off my body, they're back to me, they're on your feet, they're on the cats, they're out the cat's butt, they're out of my clothes. This didn't know I existed. It didn't know my door existed. And Leanne goes, "You mean we were invisible?" How well put is that? Remain love and light, banish darkness. And in the most adverse and trying of times, that's when you have to be the most love and the most light. That's what Jesus was. That's what Jesus did. Buddha. And I don't know very much about all of the deities and ascended masters. I just know my connection with the Mayans, with Buddha, cherry blossoms, Jesus, Asian Chinese angels delivering my daughter while I was in before my water broke when I was in labor. I didn't know I was in labor because I was 2 weeks early. Future dreamed her in the process. My mother came for that. Showed me a movie of my daughter's life. I've always future dreamed since I'm little. And I've always had this faith. Not some people have faith, some people believe, and some people know. I know. I have died more than one time. I know that my mother, being Catholic Italian, would never tell me I was adopted. She would hide things from me. She made my sister swear I wouldn't know I was adopted and that I wouldn't live with my evil father or she'd come from the dead and haunt us all. And she would, and she's here now. My mother don't lie. I don't lie. Anyway, and plus, if anything dark is around, my mother will stomp your ass, even in the afterlife. Long story short, I saw it. I saw where it was going. I'm kind of tempted to stand in my doorway and film down the hall. I don't want that near me, and I don't want it to see me. But I banish, I sage, candles, pray, full moon blessings, I do everything that I feel intuitively and that I'm supposed to do energetically, with meditation, with food, with prayer. And I've lost friends, or maybe they really weren't friends. I didn't lose them. I cleared the negativity out of my life. So I have like 5 people that are allowed in here, and it's really, really good. It's good. And then the orbs came tenfold. When somebody is bad, I get physically sick, I vomit, I throw up, I get stomach pains, I get migraines, and then I can literally see a black wall. A black wall, and I just know, nope, it's over. And then something happens, and then they're out of my life. And this has happened so many times. Now that I'm older, and I'm accepting all the gifts, and so grateful to my higher self, angels, archangels, Jesus Christ, God, Buddha, the highest ascended masters, highest frequency beings of the universe, because we are not alone, and we're silly to think that we are. And to think this is the only planet that has life. It's a vast, endless universe. Come on. Plus, we're made of stars, and now they're discovering we have gold in our brains. Read a book or watch a video. Having said all that, if you are love and light, you attract love and light. Love yourself when no one else can love you. Be the light you want to see in the world, and you will have that. I've had many, many people say they didn't believe or they weren't sure. Look at this boy. Look at you. What you doing, baby? I love you so much. But now that they are, because they looked at, I don't know if they had the video analyzed or not, but people that were skeptics say there's no denying what they see when I share my videos. And I don't lie, because lies beget lies beget lies. I married a liar. I went out with liars. All I ever got in my life were liars. And all I've ever been accused of my whole life was being a liar. No matter. So I would have to make up shit and tell non-truths. And then when I would lie, that's when people would believe me. Isn't that ironic bullshit, huh? So I vow to never lie. You don't want the truth, then don't ask for it. Having said all that, I don't lie about my zits. I don't lie about my broken teeth, my age, my health issues, OCD, ADD, strokes. They call it bipolar, but who knew I was manic? And I started facing manic depression when I was 15. And that's when the indigo light started coming, that you see the purple energy balls here. That came to me. That I wrote about on writerscafe.org under Joan Thomas. That's a true, 100% true, swear to God, on my mother's eyes, who's right here with me. God forgive me, I don't know if that's a bad thing to say. If it is, I'm so sorry. I swear all that is good and holy and light in the universe, that's the truth, what you read, if you read that story. And I started this whole video to thank the one subscriber who sent me a note or a message about, I guess I flashed a boob. I was flashing orbs out of me. Comfort is my number one priority. As you can see, my house is very colorful and comfy. Working on that mattress because my back is jacked. It's coming. Point being, did not really, and then I hadn't slept. I tried at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Right? Long story short, went to sleep about 8:15 this morning. Guess I posted the video and didn't look at it. I only looked at the parts where the butterfly flew off me. There was a gold one this time. There was a purple energy ball. There was an orb that looked like an animal. And I was doing screenshots. And then, again, with the arthritis, this thumb hates the LG5. Never had a problem with LG4. LG5 suddenly is a problem, or my arthritis, I refuse to believe, is worse. So I'm going to blame the phone. And posted it. And a friend, I don't know who you are, you're just an anonymous subscriber. Sister, love your body, don't flash a boob or something to that effect. Oh, brother, I love my body. I love myself. The last person I was with was my husband. I didn't even want to be with him. 2011, he was cheating and had a fiance and announced it on Facebook while he was with me. And that really turned me off to, I got to do something with that. Isn't that awful? And this happens during Ascension a lot. And again, this is dry skin. I had dry, patchy skin. I thought, oh, let me get it off, put some moisturizer on. Ta-da! Won't do that again. Anyway, I do love my body. I am very proud of my body. I'm proud of my naked modeling photos. I've worked very hard, benching 180, squatting 180, dancing 12-hour sets in 6-inch platforms, doing burlesque, jazz, Broadway. And I'm 51 right now, and I'm still very proud of my body. I lost 50 pounds, and muscle has memory. Not 100% where I want to be. Got to get the teeth done. Got to rip up a little bit. Ab fat's got to go. I need a booty. And I would like to have my quads back. Having said all that, I don't hate my body, but it doesn't mean I'm going to share it with everybody on YouTube. So, brother, thank you for alerting me to the nipple shot that I did not know that I posted, or did know that I posted and meant to delete or make private. Again, memory impairment, no sleep. I do these things. I walk into a room 5 times before I know why I'm there. It's helped me lose weight. Glass half full. What's up, baby boy? I'm going to turn... I don't even know how to turn this around. I don't know how to work my phone. Baby, why you drive me nutty, baby? When do you love... Oh, you're an angel. I love these boys. Okay, it's all right. It's my protector. He's my panther. And this is my Yoda. But man, with those big-ass bitch-slapping paws, he will fuck you up. You know I'm talking about you, don't you? You want a diet? You eating organic? All right, I want to thank you to that one subscriber. I didn't know. And if I did know, I forgot. I watch whole movies with my PCA. And then, like, a month later, I go, ooh, let's watch this movie. She's like, we watched it. We loved it. We talked about it. I don't remember any of it. So, apologies for the booby shot. I made the video private. It wasn't intended. I don't do that. Very careful. I have like 5 people allowed in here. Nobody's allowed to touch me except my daughter. My closest friends can hug but I guess I'm waiting for that next Jesus to walk the earth, and he's beautiful, he's love, he's light, he's kind, he's positive, and I guess no one can hold a candle to him after what I've been through. I don't know if I should be thinking that way. Maybe that's bad, because there's only one Jesus, and we have Father, Son, Holy Spirit. But if we're made in his image, and we are to be of love and of light like him, then why can't I have someone like that? And that's when I'll be with someone again. So, 2011 till now, loving being single. I've not even had a date, a kiss, or held a hand. So, that's how much I don't share my personal stuff, my friend. Thank you so much for alerting me to that video. I'm so embarrassed and grateful to you and for you at the same time. The next video will be of orbs and won't be so long. Be love, be light, peace. And in May, I will have a full smile. And hopefully, no zits. Thank you so much. Be safe. 18 inches of snow coming to the East Coast. It's going to be a little bit sucky in a blizzard and icky. So everybody, be kind to your pets. Help your neighbors. Help the disabled, old people. Maybe help them out now before it hits. They'll need food, meds, yada, yada. Maybe one day you're going to need that. And let me tell you, karma is a real thing. What goes around comes around. I promise you, I've been around long enough to see it. Okay, be safe, be warm, be loved, be light. Peace.